Dr. Amelia Holloway stood at the threshold of a scientific breakthrough that held the promise of altering the very fabric of reality. In the dimly lit confines of her cluttered basement laboratory, she had dedicated herself to a relentless pursuit, the creation of a time travel device that could revolutionize the understanding of time itself. The air was thick with anticipation as Dr. Holloway meticulously double-checked the intricate wiring and delicate components of her invention. The prototype device sat on a sturdy metal table, a metallic masterpiece born from countless sleepless nights and unwavering determination. The device resembled an otherworldly fusion of antique clockwork and sleek, modern technology, a testament to her fusion of old and new. As the final pieces clicked into place, Dr. Holloway's heart raced with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. Her fingers hovered over the control panel, and she took a deep breath, steadying herself. This was the culmination of years of research, the apex of her scientific career, a leap into the unknown that could potentially reshape the boundaries of existence. With trembling fingers, she pressed the activation sequence. A low hum filled the room as the device powered up, emitting an eerie blue glow that illuminated the surroundings. Dr. Holloway watched in awe as the air itself seemed to shimmer and ripple around the device. Reality itself appeared to waver, like a mirage in the desert. Suddenly, the world around her blurred and shifted, a kaleidoscope of colors and shapes. Dr. Holloway felt herself being pulled, her body moving through time and space in a way that defied all comprehension. Moments later, a disorienting sensation ceased, and she found herself standing in her laboratory once more. However, an unsettling realization crept over her. The surroundings were eerily familiar, the same cluttered workbenches, the same flickering fluorescent lights, and the same faint scent of chemicals in the air. A chill ran down her spine as she glanced at the date displayed on her computer screen. It couldn't be right. But it was. Time had inexplicably reset itself. The same day, the same moment, she was trapped in a loop, a never-ending cycle that seemed to mock her very existence. Panic clawed at her chest as she frantically pressed buttons, trying to reactivate the device, to regain control over her situation. Yet, no matter how hard she tried, the outcome remained the same. The loop persisted, as relentless as the tides. Days turned into weeks as Dr. Holloway's obsession with breaking free from the loop consumed her. Her once vibrant eyes now held a glint of desperation as she meticulously documented each repeated day. She conducted experiment after experiment, tweaking the device's settings, and analyzing every minute detail of her surroundings. Her appearance deteriorated, exhaustion carving deep lines into her face as sleep became a luxury she could scarcely afford. Her determination to escape the loop became an all-encompassing fire, driving her forward even when logic and reason whispered for her to give up. Amid the chaos of her relentless pursuit, patterns began to emerge. Certain events occurred with a haunting consistency, like echoes through time. A mysterious man in a black suit appeared at the same street corner every day at precisely the same time. A stray cat crossed her path in an uncanny rhythm, always in sync with the rising sun. And an enigmatic symbol, etched onto the wall of a nearby building, caught her attention like a beacon of possibility. With newfound purpose, Dr. Holloway delved into the mystery of these recurring elements. Her obsession now had a direction, a tangible goal that she could sink her teeth into. Each piece of the puzzle she unearthed drew her deeper into a labyrinth of secrets, unveiling a hidden layer of reality she had never imagined. The symbols she had discovered led her to a trove of ancient texts, dusty tomes filled with cryptic knowledge and forgotten wisdom. As the pieces fell into place, Dr. Holloway realized that the loop was no mere accident. It was a trial, a test set in motion by an ancient and secretive order known as the Temporali. Legend had it that the Temporali were the custodians of time itself, guardians of a power that could shape reality as easily as one might sculpt clay. They were said to exist beyond the constraints of time, manipulating events from the shadows to maintain the balance of the universe. Dr. Holloway's heart raced as she uncovered the truth behind the Temporali's intentions. The time loop was a challenge, a gauntlet thrown down by an enigmatic order that sought to harness the potential of her time travel device. The Temporali had their own designs, a plan that spanned centuries and threatened to unravel the very fabric of existence. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Dr. Holloway resolved to confront the Temporali head-on. She modified her device, incorporating the insights she had gained from her research into the ancient texts. With each adjustment, her understanding of the temporal mechanics deepened, and a growing sense of empowerment surged through her veins. The time came for her to confront the man in the black suit, the mysterious figure who had lingered at the edge of her awareness like a shadowy specter. With a determined glint in her eyes, Dr. Holloway followed him, her footsteps silent against the city's bustling backdrop. She trailed the man through narrow alleys and bustling streets, her heart pounding like a drum. Finally, He came to a halt at the familiar street corner. Dr. Holloway emerged from the shadows, her voice steady despite the uncertainty that churned within her. "Who are you?" she demanded, her gaze unwavering. The man turned to her, his lips curving into a faint smile. "Dr. Holloway, a pleasure to finally meet you in person." "How do you know my name?" she shot back, her mind racing to piece together the puzzle. The man's gaze held a depth of knowledge that sent shivers down her spine. "I know many things, Dr. Holloway. But what you should be concerned about is the loop you find yourself in." Dr. Holloway's brow furrowed. "Did you put me in this loop?" The man chuckled, the sound echoing through the air. "I merely set the pieces in motion. But the game, my dear doctor, is yours to play." With those enigmatic words, he turned and melted into the bustling crowd, leaving Dr. Holloway standing there, her mind ablaze with a whirlwind of thoughts and emotions. She returned to her laboratory, her thoughts a tempest of possibilities and uncertainty. As she studied the symbol she had uncovered, Dr. Holloway's determination crystallized into a singular purpose: to unravel the mystery of the temporati and their nefarious plan. The symbol was a key, a doorway into a hidden world that lay just beyond the boundaries of perception. The days blurred together as Dr. Holloway immersed herself in research, delving deep into the annals of history to trace the origins of the temporati. Her pursuit led her to ancient archives, hidden societies, and forgotten artifacts. Each discovery brought her closer to the heart of the conspiracy, unveiling the true extent of the temporati's power and influence. With each revelation, Dr. Holloway's understanding of the temporal arts grew, her mastery over time itself becoming more refined. She honed her skills, experimenting with the boundaries of the time loop, pushing the limits of her own capabilities. Each day, she would confront the man in the black suit, engaging in cryptic conversations that danced on the edge of understanding. Time became her playground, a canvas upon which she painted her defiance against the temporati's designs. She honed her abilities, manipulating events, and bending causality to her will. The line between days blurred as she became a maestro of temporal intricacies, weaving a symphony of actions and consequences. And then, as her understanding of the temporal fabric deepened, a revelation struck like a bolt of lightning. The time loop itself was a construct, a delicate web woven by the temporati to test her mettle. It was a challenge, a crucible designed to refine her abilities, to prepare her for a confrontation that would reshape the course of existence. With newfound clarity, Dr. Holloway set her sights on the heart of the temporati's influence. Guided by her unyielding determination and honed skills, she infiltrated their hidden sanctum, a place outside the constraints of time, a nexus where the threads of reality converged. There, in the hallowed halls of the temporati, she confronted their leaders, ancient figures whose eyes held the weight of millennia. Her voice was steady as she addressed them, her words a declaration of her defiance and her intent to unravel their sinister tapestry. "You sought to manipulate time for your own ends," she proclaimed, her voice ringing with conviction. "But I stand here as a testament to the strength of human spirit, to the boundless potential of determination. You may wield the threads of time, but I have woven a tapestry of my own, one that defies your designs." The temporali's leaders regarded her with a mixture of amusement and curiosity. One of them, a figure draped in robes that seemed to shimmer with echoes of forgotten epochs, spoke with a voice that resonated like distant thunder. "You are bold, Dr. Holloway. But do you truly comprehend the magnitude of your actions? Time is not a plaything, but a force that shapes the very foundations of existence." Dr. Holloway met their gaze, her eyes aflame with unyielding resolve. "And it is a force that I have tamed. I have shattered your loop, defied your expectations. The power you sought to harness, I wield as a sword to cut through the veil of your deception." A tense silence hung in the air as the leaders of the temporati exchanged glances, their expressions inscrutable. In that charged moment, Dr. Holloway activated her device, channeling the culmination of her knowledge and determination into a single, decisive act. Reality trembled as temporal energies surged, a maelstrom of possibilities and impossibilities. The very fabric of existence quivered, threads of time unraveled and rewove themselves in a dance of chaos and order. Dr. Holloway's surroundings warped and shifted, the temporati's sanctum itself becoming a battleground of temporal forces. Amidst the tumult, Dr. Holloway's resolve held firm. She stood as a beacon of defiance, a champion of humanity's indomitable spirit. And then, with a final surge of power, the cacophony ceased, and she found herself standing in her laboratory once more. The loop had been shattered. Time itself had been unshackled from the temporati's grasp. Dr. Holloway stepped outside, her heart light with the weight of her triumph. The city around her seemed alive with newfound vibrancy, as though the world itself rejoiced in its liberation from the shadows of manipulation. As she gazed up at the sky, a sense of peace settled over her. The mysteries she had unraveled, The challenges she had overcome, they were but a prelude to the boundless horizons of discovery that lay ahead. Dr. Amelia Holloway, the scientist who had been trapped in a time loop, had emerged as a pioneer of temporal exploration, a guardian of the delicate balance that held reality together. And so, she walked forward, her steps guided by an unquenchable thirst for knowledge and a spirit that would forever transcend the constraints of time.